Welcome, my friends. Thank you for joining me. I have yet another wonderful book to review for you today. This is a book by Michael Nagler and Stephanie Van Hook, and I've heard that it was mostly Stephanie that created it. This is Nonviolence Daily, 365 Days of Inspiration from Gandhi. And I'll read the back to you. As a constructive power, nonviolence is unleashed when potentially destructive drives like fear and anger are converted into creative equivalents like love and compassion. When harnessed systematically and in an experimental, scientific spirit, nonviolence can be used as a force for greater security, justice, and social unity. The question is, how do we put this positive force into practice for the benefit of ourselves, our families, and our broader communities? Nonviolence Daily lights the way with 365 digestible insights and daily calls to action for creating inner peace, resolving conflicts, and building community. Each page highlights a quote by Mahatma Gandhi, whose very life was a message of nonviolence and love in action. Michael Nagler and Stephanie Van Hook provide commentary to the quotes, illustrating how today's practical idealists can draw from Gandhi's wisdom. And this is a wonderful book. I've gone through this whole text through video. I made a 24-hour-long video cast for World Peace Day. And I went through each one of these, listened to Michael's commentary, and then provided my own commentary on that. Links, of course, down below to that whole series. And I found that by the end of that 24-hour-long experiment, I had learned a tremendous amount about not just Gandhi and his perspective on the world, and Michael's take on that, and Stephanie's relationship with her explorations of the truth, but I found that it actually exchanged my old views for new ones, that it transformed the way that I saw myself in relationship to this movement of peace activism. I found that by steadily digesting these very important extracted quotes that Stephanie has laid out for us, curated for us here, and then the wisdom of Michael commenting upon them, adding perspective, adding depth and context, I found that I became honestly a different person simply from this one book. And I am tremendously grateful from that process. And I can go back and listen to, and you're welcome to as well, that series of videos that I made, listen to the way that I was talking about Gandhi's quotes in the beginning versus the very end, 365 quotes later, and I was transformed, I was edified, and I grew as a person and as an activist using these nonviolent methods simply from exploring this process. And so please don't underestimate its possibility. It's not just a coffee table book, but more of a study guide. It's a way of exploring these, and I'm looking forward to going through it again, and as I usually do, fill the margins with notes and highlighters. They sent me this book, very, very kind of them. And so I recommend that you get your own. Remember to not buy books from the big booksellers online or anything. Instead, head to a local bookseller, ask them to order it, or of course you can simply go to the Meta website, and those links are down below. Buy it from them. They'll probably send you a signed copy. Very worthwhile. Pick yourself up some nonviolence swag. Tell them John sent you. And of course, as we explore this process, whether through the lens of Gandhi ji or Michael and Stephanie's explorations or the learnings of other instructors around the world and peaceful activists that are out there every day trying to make the world better, we can take part in that. We can ourselves grow and transform from this. And as we move forward, one bit of inspiration at a time. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day.